Hello folks, welcome back. I'm hoping you're doing well, whatever you are. Now, Dalmas Oteno was actually a very powerful figure when it comes to Luo Nyanza politics. And this guy, I tell you what, he was a powerful minister.
The reputation for calm authority. He was quickly appointed to the late President Daniel Arap Moi's cabinet, where he held the dockets of industrialization, labor and human resource development and transport between 1988 and 1996. During this period, he became widely respected as a meticulous administrator, often preferring quiet policy work to political theater. In the early 1990s, Otieno's name was often mentioned alongside that of Joseph Kamotho, the Fiery Kangema Member of Parliament and long-serving KANU Secretary General.
Time ya Moi and time ya Kibaki. In fact, he tried to actually oust Raila Odinga from being the king of Nyanza politics. But of course, failed. So, one of the key achievements that Dalmas Oteno is that he propelled Rongo constituency, Rongo sub-county, to a national level. As I speak to you today, Rongo is well known, and Rongo is one of the biggest towns in Nyanza. And this credit goes to Dalmas Oteno. That's what they say. So, what I want us to discuss here is that why do we think Dalmas Oteno was not much talked about in politics? Because I can tell you for free, despite what he has done, despite his long career in politics, so many people don't talk about him. This is because Dalmas was actually having a serious war with Raila Odinga, to the point whereby Raila even had to do away with him. In Luo Nyanza, like Raila was not calling him to his function because he was trying to neutralize Raila's effect in Nyanza. You see, the same thing is happening now. Remember, before the broad-based government, what happened? Ruto was trying to use Obado.
We fully recognize Dr. William Samoei Ruto as our legitimately elected president. And whoever is thinking otherwise must be very, very mad. So, for the sake of any doubt, we fully support Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and we are ready to work with him. Not only now, but we are thinking about a very, very long-lasting relationship with him, and that is talking beyond even 2027. We fully support those elected leaders of ours who found time to go and discuss with the president in State House development matters pertaining to our people. And I want to say that the other elected leaders who are still shy in approaching and working with the president and the national government, it is high time you decided to take or to think otherwise. It is really high time you have to make that decision.
To actually neutralize Raila's power in Nyanza. In fact, he even used Owago, the former CS ICT, to neutralize Raila Odinga's power. Even Uhuru Kenyatta actually used Obado to stop Raila in Nyanza. So it's a tactic that leaders use to stop Raila Odinga in Nyanza. But they have all failed because no one has ever, truth be told, despite Raila's mistake of joining Ruto, but still he is still the king of Nyanza politics. And in Nyanza, you can't do anything without consulting Raila Odinga. A good example, Orengo tried to, of course, stop this broad-based government. Orengo tried to talk hill about this broad-based government. What happened? Orengo was attacked all over, from Oburu Odinga, Opio and I, all over all ODM MPs attacked Orengo. And Orengo realized that indeed he can't go against Raila Odinga. Because kama Orengo angeendelea, nini kifanyika? Orengo would have lost kwa governor Siaya. Raila organize atolewe akwe impeached. That's true. So Orengo had to come back and support broad-based government. And of course, we saw last weekend, he was with Ruto in Siaya County, in Bondo actually, and of course, he was in the function, and he really praised Raila Odinga. So that is the nature of Luo Nyanza politics. So Dalmas Oteno was not with Raila. In fact, he was defiant. And he was a very tough minister for time yake. But later on, what happened? He had to accept the fact that Raila ni excuse, he had to accept the fact that Raila Odinga is very powerful, and he had to actually join ODM. So he joined ODM, and he actually won elections in 2013. So that in 2017, he lost the elections. I think to Paul Abur. I'm not that sure about it, but it's Paul Abur, who is now the current MP Warongo. Now, you see, his death is now debatable because some people will talk about, maybe he's been silenced because alipatikana amekufa kwa nyumba na maid wake, and his son said that mzee akuwa mgonjwa hivyo. Of course, I got a blood pressure, but it was not a worse condition. He was just okay. He was eating, he was walking, he was just normal. But maid alikuja kampata, mzee was unresponsive. So it is debatable, this issue. Some people believe that something sinister has happened to this guy. But some people believe that he has died a natural death. So what do you think, my viewer? Because my belief is that people die, that's a reality, okay? But of course, some circumstances are questionable, especially when you're a politician. Remember, we even had Tino Kajuang, the Mabe guy, who was very powerful in Luo Nyanza at the time. And he just died in his sleep. He was not sick. Like people say that, he suffered at attack to Kubaya. But people debated, like, why are these politicians, just dying in their sleeps? But of course, even not a politician, even other people still die wakilala. It is nature. But Kenyans are really questioning. Yeah, I even saw a comment somewhere. Let me read it for you. Huyu pia amepewa sumu kama Orengo. Okay, in the first place, who said that Orengo was poisoned? Because you see, the issue Orengo poison is a trend. And I think one thing that intrigues me is Orengo never came publicly saying that Aqua poisoned. In fact, what he said in Homa Bay, he said that he is with those people who are spreading the poisoning story. Akonao. It means that he's supporting the poison story. So the fact that he never came out publicly, bashing this poison story, people like, indeed, this guy, he said either he was poisoned, ama alitishiwa, if you don't support us, we will poison you. Because that's what people said. But because he never came publicly saying that he was not poisoned. You see, when such rumor circulates around your head and you're a politician, you need to come publicly to clarify to people that indeed nothing like that, happened. But Orengo never did that. So it is debatable, the death of Dalmas Oteno. Very, as in debatable, like what do you really believe happened to Dalmas? Because people are having divergent opinions about this death. But of course, you have to stay tuned. You need to subscribe so that whenever something new comes up, I will be the first person to post it here so that you can really understand what is happening. Matters pertaining Dalmas Oteno. Because people are talking online, people are really questioning, people are even having, serious accusation, people are pointing fingers. But what you need to do is you subscribe so that if at all something comes up, that of course is mysterious, I'll be the first person here to actually inform you and tell you what is going on in our Kenya's landscape. Now, thank you, and of course, see you soon. Subscribe. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. thank you for making Dota Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.